Pushes the ball into the box. It's clearly a perfect start for Freiburg. Excellent challenge from the West Ham defender. It looked like Salahai was about to tuck in for number one of the night. Excellent defensive work from Zofal, coming in from right back just to cover and to make sure that it's just a corner rather than an opening goal for the hosts, who do have now a corner coming from that far side inside a minute. And Freiburg have put pressure on David Moyes' side. It's cleared away though by West Ham. Kudos completes the clearance and that's pushed away. West Ham winning, of course, those two meetings earlier in the season between these two teams. 2-1 and 2-0. 2-1 here was the score. And 2-0 was scored at the London Stadium. Freiburg with the ball, their goalkeeper Otobolu. Otobolu gives the ball to Guide. Guide gives it back to the goalkeeper who's in an all grey strip. And he flips that towards Guide. Otobolu with the ball now. White with orange markers. The Europa League football this evening. As I mentioned, we'll have a rundown of the games that are happening now at the moment in the Europa League. We'll also have a rundown of the results because there were a few early kickoffs, but Otobolu's actually hammered the ball out of play. Gifted possession back into West Ham's half. The youngster, a goal for Freiburg, who had a good draw on Friday night against Harry Kane's Bayern Munich. Although Harry Kane did score, Musiala scored a wonderful goal. They couldn't stop his twinkle toes that night. Can they stop Sofal's cross, which is in line to the penalty spot near the touchline? It's thrown looking towards Zuma. It drops towards Zuma, so Sojic's there in the middle. It's cleared by Freiburg. It's on that right side now for Dohan, the Japanese forward. He wants a throw in on the far side. He's not going to get it. Christian Stretch is the head coach for Freiburg. Down the halfway line it goes for West Ham. It's picked up by Freiburg and that's actually cut out by Paqueta. Paqueta's been brought down. It's a free kick inside, just inside Freiburg's half. Freiburg nil, West Ham nil. So let's have a run down the last 16 ties that took place earlier this evening across Europe. Some eye-catching scorelines, starting with Carrier Bag versus Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, Bayer Leverkusen haven't lost all season. Hold that thought because Kudos puts the ball into the box. West Ham, it's headed over by a defender and it should be a corner kick, and it is a corner kick to West Ham down this near side. And of course, when you've got James Ward-Prowse in your team, you're always a threat from a corner. So Karabag 2, Bayer Leverkusen 2. Karabag led by 2-0 actually at one point, but Javi Alonso's side pulled that one back. Jurgen Klopp's team, while they roll on looking towards the Etihad, they beat Sparta Prague 5-1. Liverpool, they're going to be safely through into the last 8. And a big shock tonight, AS Roma beating Brighton. I say shock, but very much not what many predicted. 4-0 the score in Rome. We're waiting for Ward-Prowse to swing this one in. It's Freiburg 0, West Ham 0, headed away by Freiburg. And that will be a free kick. It's Sojak. His face just pushed the player to the ground. There is some Europa Conference playoff action taking place tonight. Home's arguments. Pierre Koch, Panathinaikos, Haifa up against Fiorentina. They lead by 1-0. Union SG 0, Fenerbahce 0. Ajax and Aston Villa played out a 0-0 draw at the Johan Cruyff Stadium. We'll have to go to Villa Park and settle that one. That was a 0-0 score. It's with Ginter now for Freiburg. Puts the ball into the middle for Hoffler. Playing a 4-1 formation. The German side shooting from right to left tonight. Have the ball down this left side, looking towards Sida. Now it's a bit of a time for Hoffler to grow with the ball. Sida right footed, headed out by Zuma. So Fal's got to help it on its way inside the penalty area. The ball's still going to be down that left side. Here is Ganza. So whipped in, and once again right footed from Guide. Dohan. Something that Freiburg have identified a way to target West Ham. Another ball comes in, this time from the right hand side, headed away by West Ham already. We've seen lots of headers Lots of balls in put into West Ham's box, but a lot of headers won by the team in navy. There's now a bit of head tennis going in between the two sides. The ball finally settles in the middle for Hoffler, for Freiburg. Freiburg with the ball now. Gives this to Guide to Ginter. Ginter, his centre-back partner, puts the ball onto the right side, gives this to Saudi. Sardilia has it, gives to Hoffler. Hoffler now just takes his time. Takes this back towards Guide. It's a possession here. Here's Guide. Playing this back. Is Ginter for Freiburg. There's the ball outside the halfway line. Gives the ball to Guide. The guy just checks himself here. This time, fans put a lot of pressure on David Moyes. Batters in the City Ground 19 days ago, asking for him to leave. He was the man that's given them this European journey 3 seasons in a row. First time it's ever been the case for West Ham, getting deep into Europe. Triangle football by Freiburg. It's moved now to the left side where Gonza is. He's spread out to Doan. Doan lets it run, looking towards Sardilli, and Sardilli can't keep it in. And it will be a throw in to West Ham on that far side. 7 minutes gone here. Freiburg nil. West Ham nil. Paqueta has it. Oh, nice work from Paqueta. They really have missed him in that midfield. He's actually not won a throw in the near side. He was being brought down. Ginza for Freiburg. Nearly loose there by Joe Bowen. It's back to Guide. Guide. It's back to Ginza. And to Sardilia. Good work this from the home side. Moves the ball down to Doan. 34 yards away from the penalty area. Puts it left-footed in to the penalty area. Maripanos goes up. Kudos tries to clear. Does hit a hand. Referee does give the handball in West Ham's favour. Around about 10 yards outside their own penalty area. Just struck the hand. Was it Hoffler? It was Egerton in the end, actually, for Freiburg. Oh, yeah, the scenes you see in German football. The fans jumping up and down. It's Benfica 0, Rangers 1. The score that's just come through here live on Flash Score. And we keep up to date with all the games on the Flash Score app and website. Here's Paqueta, 30 yards away. He's trying to stick Bowen in edge of the penalty area, but the Freiburg players step up and they win the ball. Go over the halfway line. They tuck this into the middle now to Egerton. Egerton scrapes that to the left side. Gives now to Gunter. Gunter goes into the middle to Griffo. Here's Griffo. Griffo's got a bit of time to give it to Hoffler. Hoffler now onto that right side to Sardilli. Sardilli swings this to Dohan. Dohan back to Sardilli. Sardilli back to Dohan. All this play on that far side for Freiburg. Freiburg 0, West Ham 0 in this first leg in the Europa League. Dohan. Just check this back. And putting pressure on the defenders. Altobolo with the grey kit tonight gives back to his defence. West Ham not seen much possession, but it was like this in the first game in the Europa League game they had in a group stage that took place in this stadium. I remember covering it for Flash Score, and it was an exciting game because what happened was that Freiburg put a lot of pressure on the West Ham defence early and had a lot of the ball, but when West Ham won it, they're able to find gaps and are able to find ways to score. Although they did get the winning goal via set piece from a James Ward-Prowse corner. It's now with Freiburg though inside their own half. They put the ball into the centre circle. Hoffler spreads that to the right. So it was with Sardilli. Sardilli's up against Paqueta. So he goes in field back to Holler. Holler gives back to the right fullback. All this play still in West Ham's half. Just check back into now Freiburg's half. It's with Ginter. Ginter just takes 2 touches, then passes to Guide. Guide looks up on his left foot, plays this on towards Griffo. So Griffo's coming in more of a defensive position with Gonto going on the other side. Gunter and Ginter in the back line. Freiburg. And Freiburg are giving the ball away. And here's Paqueta. This is what I was talking about in terms of the breakaway moves. Sedilha looked like he brought down Paqueta. Referee says nothing doing. So the Brazilian has to pick himself up as the red shirts start to bomb forward. They were a constant threat throughout that game against Bayern Munich on Friday night. Freiburg, they're trying to land the first blow in this Europa League game. Ball's on that right side. Rusardili approaching the penalty box. They've checked back now. Hoffler's got it. Hoffler 40 yards away from the penalty area, centre of the D. Gives this now to the captain in Gunter. And Gunter. His ball's cut out. So fired up field by Gunter on that throw-in. Headed away by West Ham once again. Paqueta keeping hold of the ball. He does it superbly. He lays off to Emerson. Emerson giving the ball now to Paqueta. Paqueta gives it away 40 yards away from his own penalty box. The West Ham can't get out of their own box. It's a big night for West Ham. It's a favourable draw. The team they beat home and away earlier this campaign. And if you look at some of the teams they could have got, this was a favourable one as Dohan approaches the penalty box. Left-footed shot was blocked by Paqueta. The pressure's still coming, wave after wave. Freiburg building in confidence in this first leg, last 16 games. Still 0-0 between AC Milan and Slava Praga. Still 1-0 to Rangers against Benfica in the Stadium of Light. 0-0 between Marseille and Villarreal. Those are the active games at the moment in the Europa League, last 16. You can listen to Benfica Rangers audio commentary if you would like to leave us. As I always say, it's best to stay with us. It's 0-0. And it's an intriguing tie for West Ham and David Moyes' team, because a lot of possession in these early stages have come through Freiburg, and they're playing some good triangle football, which is cut out by Marapanos. He sweeps the ball to the guy named Mohamed Kudus. He's got the left strapping on his left hand. Kudus, he runs into trouble. The ball is soon as back with Freiburg. It's with them, sent to the field to Doan. Doan skipping it now to the left side. Good chance this to whip it in for Griffo. Griffo puts it into the middle. Marapanos clears it away. They're able to get into crossing positions so easily. Bowen, he's got his team out of trouble. But yeah, Freiburg look out of trouble really well, don't they? Because they get themselves into fantastic positions where they go down the left and the right, trying to swing balls in. And it's cleared away. But still with Guild. All day pushing pressure on Bowen. And I say he did well for his team because they needed some respite. West Ham have got the ball now inside the opposition's half. It's just about, and Zuma's going to take this free kick. Need to keep hold of it for sure. It's now with Sofal. Sofal now to Bowen. Bowen into the penalty area. He's come all the way out back to Sofal. And Sofal's gone long. He's looking for Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse up to towards Soucek. Soucek tries to win the ball. Referee says the Czech has just showed a bit too much aggression. And he's pushed it down. 0-0. Will be a free kick to be taken by Tabulu in the Freiburg goal. So it's gone short and gives the ball to Gontor. Gontor's filling it upfield. It's actually now back with West Ham. Ward-Prowse breaking through it in the middle. Now Holler. Holler gives this to Hoffler. Hoffler in towards Ginter. Ginter onto the right. Eggleston picks up actually in a right back position of central midfielder. Rolls that into the middle to Holler. Still with Holler outside the centre circle in West Ham's half. Every single West Ham players in their own territory at the moment. Here's Hoffler. Uses his right boot. Three waiting in the middle. It's going to be a right sided ball headed out by Azuma. It comes back to Eggleston. Trying to play a 1-2 with Sardilli and Griffo. Nice work for Paqueta. He's been so silky when he's tried to move the ball away from these dangerous areas, but West Ham haven't had him where they wanted to be up the field. Here's Bowen. driving up the field. And goes in towards the penalty box. Bowen shoots, and we have the first shot on goal. And it's with Otto Bullock, who makes the save, which is a surprise, because you thought that would be coming from the home side in Freiburg. 0-0 here. Bowen with the ball. And the shot cleared, so they take the goal kick. Coming down. Freiburg now on the right. Looking to Sardilli. Sardilli with some excellent play here. Plays it down to the right side. And they just played it in the back, aren't they? Just comfortably, West Ham. That's all they're doing. Toying with David Moyes' side at the moment. And they go into the middle. Back with Otabulo in goal. It's fired at upfield. Looking long. Now towards Eggerson. And Sadio. We've not seen much of the striker. Number 20 tonight. Number 22, sorry, tonight for Freiburg. Seeing a lot more touch than everybody else. I'll have to see a few statistics. I'll have a little statistics drop in a minute. But West Ham have some rare possession of the ball. Here is Paqueta giving this to Emerson. Emerson up down the left, yellow boots, the Italian goes central now towards Maripanos. Maripanos to Sofao. Sofao now to Mohamed Kudus. Kudus put under pressure. Now with the Sofao. Sofao back to Fabianski in goal. Areola has been the number one for West Ham this season. The Premier League, Fabianski's come into the cup competitions. Fabianski might have won at the back, but it's Areola. He's been having the start. Areola saved the penalty against Everton on the weekend. Beto was the player that he denied. But once again, it's still Freiburg with possession. Into the middle now for Gil. Ginter. Dohans gives the ball to Eggerson on that right, hugging the touchline. West Ham have to be disciplined down that left side. Paqueta's coming and to help Emerson down that left side. They're giving away a throw-in. It's taken quickly. Dohan gives to Eggerson. Hoffer looks behind him just to see now. Tries to spread it towards the left. Here's Hoffler. He fields to Eggerson. All of this possession, you're wondering, are we going to see an opportunity as a ball is hammered over via a shot? It's not going to trouble Fabianski. In the end, it was Eggerson that took it. And it's 0-0. It remains. Fired up by Fabianski. It's one on by Souček. Bowen on to Kudus. On the right now. Gives this to Bowen. Trying to play a 1-2 with Kudus. Still 0-0 here tonight. Here is Kudus now. Kudus with the silver boots. Puts it on his left foot. The Ghanaian. He has it on his left foot. Puts a low ball in. Which is cleared away by the Freiburg defence. It's an opportunity for them to break. Now with the ball through Salia. Here is Salia over the halfway line. And Salia, who's ran with the ball a long way. He's giving it back to Souček. Now is Paqueta. Paqueta. Excuse me, gives the ball to Emerson. Paqueta back to Emerson. Yellow boots for Emerson tonight. Gold for Paqueta. What's on his right foot? This is 5 yards away from the halfway line. Goes infield towards Emerson. Zuma, the captain of West Ham, rolls this to his centre-back partner, Maripanos. Tries to go long for Bowen. Bowen doesn't win the header, but the header does spring to a West Ham player. All navy blue kit for them. Here's Kudus, 20 gone, and it's 0-0 between these two at the moment. Fabianski. Well, the expected goals tonight, 0.2 for West Ham, 0.11 for Freiburg. The ball possession, no surprise, 70%. This is a rare spell of possession for West Ham that they're enjoying, and enjoying in attacking areas. Here is Emerson. Chases back to Paqueta. Paqueta now back towards Ward-Prowse. Here's Emerson. 84%. It's 3 goal attempts by Freiburg. Nothing on target so far. Just like one target and effort from Jared Bowen for the visitors. Still with the visitors the ball at the moment. Zuma over the halfway line pushes this forward to Sojak. Ward-Prowse is there also. Emerson hooks this right-footed to Freiburg players, go for it, and they win it. They win it back. Here's Doan, the Japanese player, gives it into the middle. Now, still with Dohan. He's given it to Sardili from the halfway line. Sardili back to Dohan, but it's won by West Ham on that left touchline. It's all congested. Squirts out for Kurt Zuma. And the ball is switched to the right side for the Hammers with Sofal. Sofal going out to Bowen. Nice back heel by Bowen. Kudos shoots, but it's over and wide from the Ghanaian winger. Trying to find that form just before the Africa Cup of Nations that he had in a West Ham shirt. Some really good goals from Mohamed Kudus earlier in the season. Octavolo takes the goal kick. Zuma flicks that right-footed. It's headed on. Now it's back with Freiburg in the centre circle. We've got time now for Hoffler. He's been that anchor. He's the one that's behind the midfield four. Here's Dohan now on the right side. Looks to go to penalty. Uses left foot to swing it in, but it's blocked by Paqueta. Only the heels of Paqueta though. Pops back into Freiburg's hands. It's with Hoffler. Holler has it now. Holler onto Sardili. Sardili puts the ball to the middle. Finds a red shirt. But the header is over in the end by the striker in Salia. And the Freiburg manager's pleased with that move. 24 gone. And it's still 0-0 here between Freiburg and West Ham. There's a goal in France. Marseille 1. Villarreal 0. Jared Bowen is changing his shoes. He's back onto the field, Jared Bowen. For West Ham have time to start this game through Maripanos. Maripanos back to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse back to Maripanos outside his penalty area. Does a little light jog, gives the ball to Zuma. Zuma uses his left boot to fire this to, fire this to the left side. He will kick this out of play, and he has. Kurt Zuma. And that sums up West Ham's first half so far. We've just gone past the midway point of the first period, and he's just kicked the ball out of play and given the possession back to Freiburg. So it's fired up the field. Fire to Bullet. It is Kudos. Kudos trying to wrestle with the ball. It's passed up now to towards Guild. Gildet. Lovely fire to Eggleston inside West Ham's half. He helps it on its way towards the right back. Inside Dilly for Freiburg. They approach the halfway, the penalty box from the halfway line really quickly. Freiburg, but the ball in isn't good. It's easy for Fabianski. He's all alone, and he's able to gather it really easily. 0-0 remains. It's rolled out by Fabianski to the left side to Emerson. Emerson goes now to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse pokes that ball forward to Sojak. Sojak just waits. It's around the corner for Paqueta. Lovely work for Paqueta. Back healing for Emerson. Emerson playing the ball on to Sojak. That's been cut out by Freiburg. Pushed down to the left side now to Salia. Salia now onto that far side. Really good work. Now here's Gunter. Gunter tries to put it in. It's hit the heels, and that will be a throw in to West Ham. Gonzo. That's broken out. It's got the ball. Looking towards Ward-Prowse. Freiburg got the rash. Completely on West Ham's midfield. Egerton. This is Dohan. Dohan now towards Sidili. Sidili to Ginter. Only win this year. One of the only wins this year is against Lens for the German side. Their form hasn't been good so far this season, heading into this game. With just that one victory here, the 3-2 over Lens. It was 0-0 away in France in the 15th of February. They drew 3-3 to Frankfurt. They lost 2-1 to Augsburg. And now in that 2-2 draw. So not many victories for West Ham. There's back-to-back wins over Brentford and Everton, where they scored 7 goals in those 2 games. Got a bit of defending to do here though, West Ham. Low ball crossed in. And they won't trouble anybody. It was too far from Harlow and Griffo in the box from that Salah ball. Stays 0-0. Justin Gunter, captain of Freiburg, has looked very lively so far in this game. The whole Freiburg team have looked lively. West Ham still in the game. Still have the quality in, kudos, Bowen, Paqueta and Sojak to hurt any opposition they face. Here is Ward-Prowse. Of course, was at Southampton last year, made the move to the capital in the summer. Slotted in nicely. Here's kudos back to Wars Sojak. Here's Alvarez, the former Ajax man, over the halfway line. He goes, the Mexican. Uses his right foot just to hold the ball. Then he plays it to the Brazilian Paqueta outside the centre circle. Inside Freiburg's half. Ward-Prowse has it now more right of the danger zone for Freiburg with a ball with West Ham. Here's Sofal. Sofal squeezing that towards Bowen. Bowen in that tight area down the right corner flag. It's back with West Ham though. 40 yards away from the penalty. Paqueta. It's a quick ball. Gets the ball back. Paqueta. Towards the goal. Here's Bowen trying to find that 1-2 of kudos. It's nearly failed to go in. Just one too many. That's the pass. It's now with Paqueta. This is better from David Moyes' team. So far, going to keep it in. I think it's gone out of play. And the referee does say that the Czech Republic man couldn't keep it in. Well, for England's coefficient, many eyes have looked at the new Champions League, where 5th place could be introduced for the British side. But it all depends on their form in the European competitions. Roma beating Brighton 4-0 doesn't help England's case, but Liverpool winning, City going through last night helps. And of course, what West Ham and Aston Villa do, you would feel that Brighton Roma ties beyond Roberto De Zerbi's teams. We're able to listen to that next week on Flush Score. Here's Sardilli to Ginter. Ginter into the middle. Nice little switch of play from Hoffler. So running all by himself. It's a good press this from West Ham. Paqueta and putting right onto the centre back. Well, I say he's centre back, but he's in the central back area. The centre midfielder who's just in front of the defence. Long by Otavolo. Flicked on by Sojak. Zuma's there to cut it away. It's given straight back to the home side. We played 30 minutes. We're still waiting for the home side to get a shot on target. Have dominated the ball. Been in control of the game and have put West Ham at bay. But is this the time they put something on goal? Salah's put it through and they do have their first shot on target. Fabianski with a comfortable save. It was right at him. And it was Holla who took the effort. And Holla should have scored, for being honest, on his left foot, creating the angle. But they just were straight at the goalkeeper. It's a bit of time now for Mohamed Kudus. Is he about to instantly punish Holla? Switches to the far post. Bowen. Oh, he couldn't connect it properly. What a fantastic opportunity that was for West Ham. Great work down this left side from Kudus. Puts on his left foot, going to the opposite end of the penalty area, and Bowen got his finish all wrong. Maybe he should have laced it rather than trying to side foot. Then we get the replay from the Holler effort where it's a lovely 1-2 between him and Salah, and it stays 0-0. That's more like it in this Europa League game. Last 16, action-packed play there between the two teams. That was enough to get David Moyes off his seat. To put the thumbs up. It could easily have been Freiburg 1, West Ham 0. It could easily have been West Ham 1 and Freiburg 0. But it's 0-0 as we enter the final 15 of this first half, of this first leg in the Europa League last 16 side. Sardilli driving towards the byline. Great way by Sardilli. Checks his back to Doan. Emerson's there to just stop it. Here is Doan, the Japanese international. Throws the left boot at it. It's blocked by West Ham. West Ham's defending numbers have not let anything near their goal. They've surrendered possession, but they've not surrendered many shots at their goal. But Doan's put through in goal here. Plays it to cross goal, and it's headed away by Souček. An excellent reverse ball. Was able to slip through the Japanese attacker. He had 2 to aim for inside the penalty area. He was in the penalty area himself. The ankle was too tight for him to go for goals. Instead, he tried to find a player in the middle, and Souček was there. Defensive duty to head away. It's 0-0 here. We've got a corner on that far side. Way foot, right-footed, cleared away by West Ham, and the resulting effort that's flung in by Griffo is high and wide. As Exton, in fact, he took the goal. Zuma. Into more to Ward-Prowse. To Zuma. Here's Paqueta. Paqueta back to Zuma. Zuma slips and gives the ball back to Fabianski. His kick's got to be good. It's a strong kick from the West Ham goalkeeper. It's fine Souček's head, but it falls to Freiburg. Here's now Doan. Oh, lovely control by Doan. Trying to slip it through to Salah. Oh, gives it back to Doan. Oh, he's completely been brought down. Oh, the referee says get up. See, the Japanese midfielder's not completed. That might be a dive. It looked like it was excellent footwork. Yeah, he completely... At least, yeah, he saw it. Well, there's a reason why he wasn't completed. It looked for all to see from here. That was going to be a free kick, but looks like it was a dive. AC Milan have taken the lead. Yeah, the San Siro, Slavia Prague. His team they're facing, Slavia Prague in fact are a man down in that game. So it's 1-0 to Milan on the night. Rangers still lead Benfica. It's still 0-0 here, and 2-0 to Marseille, which I hate to report, this is the only game in the Europa League so far that's not had a goal. That's a bit disappointing. Can only go up from here. Cleared away by West Ham again. A ball that was floated into the penalty box, and the pressure will come with Freiburg. It will come on that left side. It's now falling now towards Griffo. Goes on his right. Griffo's shot's blocked by Marapanos. It's pulled out to Hoffler. Pressure building here. Here's Sardilli outside the penalty box for the home side. Doan's going to be there. It's 2 against 3 in West Ham's favour. Just momentarily on that far side. It's gone back to give the ball to Ginter. Ginter has it for Freiburg. And once again, it's that shape. West Ham not showing a lot of creativity, but they're defending resolute and clearing it away. Sardilli's been brought down. Referee said that it's a comfortable free kick on Alvarez. Alvarez, the anchor in the Ajax team. He's blimey. Hoffler's not happy with that effort at all. Thinks it was a bit too much. Did he just get the heels on Ginter? He did. It's the aggression in this game. It's at a knife edge, isn't it? Well, Freiburg are the draw specialists at the moment, but they just can't get the lack of wins, and they've right into the middle. Guild. 4 Freiburg. Way back to Gunter. Guild. To Autobuda. Autobuda. Now in towards Gunter. Gets into the middle to Hoffler. Hoffler, right foot. Spreads that ball splendidly towards Gunter. Gunter tries to run this. And that's matched by Marapanos. Great reading from West Ham's defence. They've defended really well tonight because what they've been doing, they've picked up the runners and they've been strong in their aerial clearances, but the ball is still with the home side, and another wave and attack is incoming. It's another ball into the box that comes towards the far side to Holla, and Slavia Prague have actually equalised on the night against the Sands at San Siro against AC Milan. So it's AC Milan 1, Slavia Prague 1. That's the first leg, of course. All these ties are our first leg games. Freiburg 0, West Ham 0. Yeah, you're just teasing us. All those goals, you're teasing us. Are we going to find one? It is Emerson. Still plenty of time. It's definitely a close contest with the home side just edging it with the amount of just aerial position and territorial position they have. Because once again, they're camped outside West Ham's penalty area. So did he retreating? Is David Moyes' team. Here's Doan. He's got a bit of space edge of the box. Flicks this into the middle. Trying to play a 1-2. Can't turn and shoot. And Zuma's got to go on his knees to sweep it away. It's another corner to Freiburg. 0-0 the score. Coming from the far side. And those supporters appreciative of what they're seeing tonight from their men in red. From a Freiburg perspective, it's all about trying to bring something to the London Stadium to hang on to. It's going to be difficult. West Ham have a great record at Europe so far this season. The corner going to be another one. The free hasn't decided. It's going to be a goal kick. It was flicked on there by Hoffler. May have come off at West Ham's head, the initial flick. The referee says nope. Goal kick. Taken quickly over the halfway line. Now with Bowitt. Work now from Jared Bowitt. It's been that with also throwing forward to Paqueta. Paqueta under pressure. Great work by the Freiburg offensive player in Salah, not letting Paqueta get a sniff to build from deep. Here's Sofao. Sofao now towards Kudos. Great work from Kudos now. He's driving up against two players, goes in field, loses out. The moment he puts on his left foot to go in field. The clearance is back with the guy in Endo. It wasn't the best clearance by Freiburg. Now it's Marapanos with the ball. 0-0 the score. Sofao to Marapanos. Uses the right boot, looking towards Bowen. It's cleared away as all the way to Kurt Zuma. Alvarez. It's a crunching challenge from him. Has to go over the halfway line. And we have the first yellow card of the game. Was that Hoffler? Did he try and bite it back, or was it? Did it? Yeah, it was the fullback. Ooh, kind of took his legs away, but he also had a little bite of his face. Not literally a bite, but used his arm a little bit there. So Sardilia is booked. That's the first booking of the game. 0-0 here. 2-0 Marseille lead in their game against Villarreal at home at the Velodrome. Benfica 0, Rangers 1. Rangers are leading in the Stadium of Lights. 1-1 in the San Siro between Milan and Slavia Prague. Earlier we saw Roma thrash Brighton 4-1 goals to nil. Karabag 2, Leverkusen 2. Leverkusen's fantastic unbeaten record in all competitions this season continues, and Jurgen Klopp's team go from strength to strength, beating Sparta Prague 5-1 in Prague. Ajax 0, Aston Villa 0 in the Europa Conference League. With Molde 2, Club Brugge 1. The selected scores. Freiburg try and build another attack from their defence. With the right side, the man's been booked in Sardinic. It's Autographo. Now Gilt. He floats that now. King into the middle. Nice back heel by Holla. Now it's on towards Hoffler. Hoffler back to Holla, who's broken through. Doan tries to scamper it to get it through, but it's good with raw prowess. Now gives us to Bowen. Lovely work from Bowen with his feet. He passes it to Kudos, 25 yards away from the penalty area. Here's Paqueta with all the room. Paqueta back to Bowen inside the penalty area. Lovely work from Bowen, tries to find a shooting chance. He floats it to the far side, but Socek's not in there. That will go out for a goal kick. Right idea by Jared Bowen, but there was just no one in there for him to try and swing it in. It's thrown up now here by Mohamed Kudos. The Socek's pushed the ball towards Emerson. Emerson to Zuma. Zuma looking towards Alvarez to Marapanos in the right back position. 3 goals to nil for Marseille. Got another one from the penalty spot. It's been a good night for the French team so far. Here is Sofaldo, 40 yards away. Checks his back. Sofal back to Marapanos. Alvarez nearly gives us a loose ball. That's work by Alvarez. Uses his hand there. Paqueta tried to make the advantage. It was easy for the referee. So easy to make the decision. I think David Moyes' team will be happy how the game was transpiring. It's keeping it tight. They'll be very confident of taking it back to the London Stadium. Even if they had a slender disadvantage for David Moyes. Good results, create good PR. If you're winning, fans are not going to be putting banners up calling for your head. Of course, David Moyes has admitted that the club has given him an extension, and he hasn't signed it yet. He hasn't thought about it, and he doesn't know when he will. He may walk away. West Ham may have a new coach come the new year. Here it is, Paqueta. At the moment, they're focused on this game and maybe creating another European history, because they are Europa Conference League winners. Can't really retain that competition because you automatically get promoted into Europa League. That's why West Ham are in this competition. As Emerson loses the ball on the halfway line, unless you lose, you finish third and you get relegated in the Europa Conference League. Doan goes round Paqueta though. The Japanese midfielder wants to put the ball in the box. He actually puts Paqueta on the floor. 2 on him, including Ward-Prowse, because Emerson was in a central area. So now with Egerson, they've left Doan all by himself, but there's a lot of West Ham players in the penalty area. The ball's going to be good. It doesn't find a red shirt. It finds Sofal. Kudos doesn't clear it. Does fall to the left side. Looking for Gonza. It just sets itself down to Hoffler, left of the D. Floats this in, Gunter. It's another ball that's met well by a West Ham player. I don't know how many minutes will be added on here in this game. Not had much, and the referee calls it half time. Well, no goals, no stoppages to report, and it's been intriguing. I'll give you that. Lots riding on it. With Freiburg, the home side, looking to have that advantage to go into looking to go into, sorry about that, to go into London Stadium next week with an advantage. With West Ham just trying to stay into the tie, really. They've only had a few shots on target. The best opportunity falling to Jared Bowen down the left hand side. He missed his kick, and then there was an effort also for Doan, the Japanese forward. It's 0-0 at half time. I hope you're hoping for goals at the break, and we'll have full audio commentary of that second. Welcome back to Flash Score for this Europa League game between Freiburg and West Ham United. It's goalless at the break. We're hoping for goals in the second period. Both sets of players are on the pitch. It's looking like it's going to be the home side to kick things off for us in the second period. And I don't think there's any changes. We'll get through both sides in a minute. Have a rundown through the current scores in Europe. Starting with Milan 3-1 up against Slavia Prague, Benfica 1, Rangers 2, Freiburg 0, West Ham 0 here, Marseille 3, Villarreal 0. So yeah, shooting from left to right is the home side. And away we go. Ball's back with Autobulo, and it back to guys. There's no changes on the break from either managers, so it's Autobulo in goal, Gunter, Guide, Ginter and Sardelli at the back four. Hoffler is the central defender. Griffo, Holler, Egerson and Doan are the four that are behind in Sola. Fabianski, Sofal, Maraponis, Zuma, Emerson. Alvarez is the player in the front of the defenders. Warprow, Socek and Paqueta, Bowen and Mohamed Kudus. Ball's now with the home side. It's been their ball for the majority of the game, has to be said. I'll say that they actually kicked out of play to Verlo. Hammered it. It's given it back to West Ham. So West Ham have some possession inside Freiburg's half. With the black gloves tonight, Emerson throws the ball. The Italian infield towards Paqueta, who hooks this goalwards. It's now by Alvarez, who pushes forward to Mohamed Kudus. Kudus lays off to the right side for where Sofal is. Sofal goes infield to Kudus. Kudus trying to play that 1-2 with Alvarez. Alvarez gives this to Sofal. Sofal into Kudus. Lovely sense of gravity from Kudus. He's on his left foot, shoots, goes low, and it's gobbled up by Autobulo. That's exciting from Kudus. That's what he's all about. Mohamed Kudus going on his left foot and trying to find an angle and trying to produce a spectacular. He nearly produced a spectacular there with that effort, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Freiburg 0, West Ham United 0. On the right it goes to Gonzo, and over the halfway line. And it's a 5-in attack for the home side. Doan is one of those players. Runs onto his left field, left on his left, trying to push the ball into the left side of the pitch. It's sprayed it back to Sardelli, who's on a yellow card. The only player that's been booked in this game so far, the right back for Freiburg. Gives it back to Doan, goes it back to the full back. Referee's linesman stays down. Back by Sardelli. Bicycle kick deflected, and it nearly went in. And it was Salah who made the effort. Salah, and lovely ball in from Sardelli. And it came off Marapanos and it came off Socek. Socek was so deep. He was the furthest West Ham player. Nearly led to that being a deflection. It was a kind deflection. So Salah's effort was comfortable in here for Fabianski. It is Doan for Freiburg. Now to Sardelli. Into the middle for Egerson. Hoffler's there. The Salah, he's been brought down. Referee says play on. Into the halfway. I know he doesn't. In the end, he tells him to calm down. What are they checking? Will it be a free kick? Yeah, I think it's going to be a free kick. He's telling him to calm down. The referee, you know when the ref does the calm down signs, you always think VAR in your head. But that is just simply just for the free kick. It's an excellent position this for Freiburg to fire the ball into the middle. Silly foul to give away from Paqueta. Surprised he's not been booked, I have to say. So we wait for this free kick to be taken. Right footed. Comes in all the way to the far side. Missed everybody. It's hands on Salah, they want more than just... Oh, they haven't got a corner. All those players steaming towards the referee, and it's another yellow card. It comes from the... It's gone to the striker in Salah. He was being pulled by the West Ham player. It doesn't feel like it was enough. His reaction to steam up to the referee was enough for him to get a yellow card for dissent. I don't know what was said by the striker. Zuma to his own penalty area. He's got to clear that after a terrible goal kick by West Ham. Just put the pressure right back onto them. 51 minutes gone here. Freiburg 0, West Ham 0. It's been a scrappy last 16 game. It's been said. Confirmation for that Salah yellow card. That's about it. His left foot. Hamada is cleared away. He's good. Pushed out to Ginter. Ginter back to Otabola. Otabola just to the far side. Okay, now towards Bontor. The captain gives the ball back into West Ham's hands. It's with so far now, because the Sochet, two Republic players combining. Lovely acceleration from Kudos, who pushes it onto the right side now for Bowen. Bowen looking towards Ward-Prowse. Far post for Keta, and his shot's wide. That's a fine move that West Ham have produced in this game. Kudos, the heart of it. Bowen, the curator, and Paqueta just couldn't put it through. But it's all about Dowen actually. Dowen stops it away. It's a corner. Great work from the Japanese attacker, steaming into the penalty area to get a touch to clear it away. By doing so, West Ham have just got a corner rather than an opening goal in this game. Freiburg 0, West Ham United 0. Live here on Flash Score. We've had you covered throughout this Europa League campaign. We'll have you covered all the way until Dublin in early June. It's floated in right-footed by Ward-Prowse into the mixer, headed in the post. What a chance that was for Maripanos. They know all about James Ward-Prowse's corner. It's that end from that side that he put the corner in the game that these two faced earlier in the Europa League campaign. And Maripanos has missed from 3 yards out. Oh, he's got to score. He's got the whole goal to aim at, and he's put it in the one area where it's harder to miss. It's a Gilded Edge opportunity. It's once again a fantastic ball in from James Ward-Prowse. West Ham are starting to just put themselves in this game a little bit more. Still 0-0 though. Monteberto, the goalkeeper Freiburg, hammers that forward, looking for a red shirt. It's won by a West Ham shirt, and Ward-Prowse is 25 yards out from the penalty area. Here's Mambakudos. Goes into the D, runs into trouble where Casino. He's won it back to Garnett. He's got Bowen ahead of him. It's Mambakudos to the shot, which is blocked. Still 0-0. Fired in by Sofal. The clearance wasn't cleared properly. Fell to the Czech Republic right back, but he's hammered it out of play. So, Freiburg 0, West Ham 0. Hoffler for Freiburg. Sardilli jumping that long. Now by Maripanos. It's gone by Hoffler. Good work there by Freiburg. Left footed ball in, looking into the middle. Another strong header from the West Ham defence. Will they come out to Sardilli? Sardini's ball is very poor. Going straight out of play above the West Ham goalkeeper. That's the first time tonight There's been a lack of quality in those wide areas from Freiburg. Usually they've been able to pinpoint those crosses in towards the sharp box to put pressure on those West Ham defenders, but every ball that's been put forward has been cleared. Benfica 1, Rangers 2 is the latest score coming from Portugal. AC Milan 3 is Slavia Prague 1 is the score in the San Siro, and it's Marseille 3, Villarreal 0. And Aubameyang from the penalty spot has increased Marseille's lead in the Conference League. At the moment, the headline score at the moment, Maccabi Haifa have come back by 2-1. And Levantia winning 1-0 also in that competition. Now balls in the defensive line. Loose. Tabulo. Ginter. Gives it to Sardini. Doan puts the ball up in a more central area. He uses his left foot to swing this towards the left side. It's a low effort that is shot. That's taken. It's ambitious. It's off target from the captain in Ganza. It's his effort. Goal kick to West Ham. Up the field, cleared away by Freiburg, as far as Mambakudos on the halfway line it goes. It's fired up towards West Ham. The right side for Setback. Setback over the halfway line, cleared away by Freiburg. Push up the field. Who's that? Paqueta. Looking towards Sardini. Let's put a pressure from Paqueta, but ball still with Freiburg. To boot it. Uses the left boot to fire that forward. It's a bit of room by Doa. There's Doa. And forward to Sardini. It's Dilly. In central. Paqueta. On his back to Sojak. Nice work there by West Ham. Sojak giving the ball to Mohamed Kudus. He goes now to Sojak. We're going to play a 1-2 here, and it's not successful. Zuma. Final ball to Emerson. Doan, a crunching challenge by Paqueta. He got the ball, but referees didn't, and the Brazilians been booked. And that was a really aggressive challenge from English Paqueta. He's got to be careful not reviewing this potentially for aggressive play. He completely misses the ball. Doan goes up in absolute agony. So it's West Ham's first booking of the night. They're not reviewing this. There, half an hour to go in this game. Back by the halfway line. Nice work there by Egerson. It's a right footed shot that goes over the bar. Comfortable there by Griffo. His effort was wayward. Easy for Fabianski. half an hour to go. So poor clearance from Maripanos. In that room. The ball's just gone out of play. Now Westside did it for Freiburg on that right side. He's pushed this now into the middle. Lovely ball there for Holler to run into, and he wins a corner. Excellent work from Holler. It's come out by Kurt Zuma. Goes in, right footed, excellent ball, flicked on, so it's falling there to Zardili, his armband, he's trying to, the ball's a good clearance from the defenders of West Ham. Bowen, with this long towards Mohamed Kudus, put pressure there, Mohamed Kudus on those two, so not to Guild, to Tapulo, who's going to play it, but just waited a little bit to a bit floating it to the right side. Nil, West Ham nil. It's going into the middle for Dohan to pick up. He's starts to drift from that right hand side. Freiburg winger. It's 4-0 now to Marseille. The velodrome having a bit of fun. It's Paqueta to Bowen, have a bit of fun. He's found a bit of ball in the centre circle. He's got Kudus to the right of him. Here's Mohamed Kudus galloping towards the penalty area. Kudus uses left foot, looking towards Paqueta, who rose and won the header. I'm not sure if it will be a corner, so Didier made himself big to put pressure on the Brazilian. It looked like he was gonna, it did come off the Brazilian. Good defending just to put him off. It's another fantastic chance for West Ham. They've not created much throughout this game. They've not been in this game as an attacking presence, but they've created two good opportunities to take the lead in this second half. Just easy 0-0. It's rolled out by Fabianski. Let's see to Zuma to Emerson. Look at that 1-2 Ward-Prowse. Falls to Emerson, flipped on. Swept there by Sardilli. Falling forward. Back of Ortabuda in the grey jersey. Into Sardilli. Kicked up the field. It's laid back and goes into the middle for Guild. A few yards to run into. Here's Sardilli. Right into Doha. Nice work from him. Evades the challenge. Goes on his right foot. Here's Dohan. It's on his left. Goes into the middle. To Egerton. Holland's there. So is Hoffler. Egerson's got it on that right. Gives it back to Sardilli. 64 on the clock. Another ball into the penalty area. And it's been the familiar story throughout this game. Ball comes in from that far side. West Ham with it. And they've won it well, because Paqueta's stolen it. And West Ham look dangerous to the break. It's Mohamed Kudus now over the halfway line. He's got Bowen ahead of him. Plays it towards the Englishman. Here's Jared Bowen now. Has a chance to run at this Freiburg team. Goes on this left foot. Bowen. And Jared Bowen's effort goes inches wide. Ortabulo in that Freiburg goal. Completely beaten. Threatening West Ham when they moved the ball so quickly. In fact, it was a save. What a save that was from Ortabulo. He's actually cheering. Well, it looked like it was going wide. That's an excellent save from Ortabulo. Going down on his right, and just to push it around the corner. 0-0. So Ward-Prowse to swing this in from the near side. We saw the last time I had a corner, there was a sitter that was missed by Maripanos. I've gone to that far post again to Maripanos, but the referee decided that's a foul because he's pushed one of the Freiburg defenders to the ground. But it's a tactic that West Ham will look to utilise, and as I mentioned right at the back end of the first half, West Ham will be comfortable to take Freiburg to London Stadium, a team they've been able to beat already twice in this competition. It's just a feel around the football club. You'd want to get the win into the London Stadium. West Ham have a game against Burnley at home on Sunday before travelling to, I'm not sure they host Aston Villa in a week so. They do take on Emery's team a week on Sunday, March 17th. Some other commentary you can listen to on Flash Score. Emerson's holes in his groin, so they wait for some medical attention. The referee has granted that. So let's have a rundown of all the latest scores at the moment in Europe, and then I'll do the results from the earlier games. So starting with AC Milan versus Slavia Prague, it's 3-1 is the score at the moment. Benfica are losing at home to Rangers 2-1. Freiburg 0, West Ham 0 is the score here, of course. Marseille 4, Villarreal 0. Villarreal down to 10 players, Slavia Prague are down to players in that game, 10 players in that game. Ajax 0, Aston Villa 0 was 0-0. That was the early kick-off in the Europa Conference League. Down to 10 players, both those teams with 0-0 there. Molde beat Club Brugge 2-0. Olympiacos lost to Tel Aviv 4-1. Sturm Graz lost 3-0 to Lille. And Dinamo Zagreb beat Panathinaikos 1-0. Well, they're beating them 1-0 because I've now gone into the live scores. Maccabi Haifa drawing 2-2 to Fiorentina. Servette is against Pizan, that's 0-0. UNSG 0 against Fenerbahce, who are winning 1. Early games in this Europa League. Last 16 tie, AC Milan 4, Brighton 0, Karabakh 2, Leverkusen 2, Liverpool 1. Sorry, Sparta Prague 1, Liverpool 5, Liverpool 5-1 winners in that game. And Slavia Prague have pulled on back. And that's the end of Emerson's evening. As Aaron Creswell gets ready to come on. It's a blow for West Ham. It's a tactical change. So on to the fielders, Aaron Creswell. No changes so far for Freiburg as Bowen drives in towards their half. Freiburg, it gives it towards Kudos. It's a free kick to West Ham. Bowen brought down by the captain Ian Gunter. It was a bit of a sandwich between him and Eggleston. A few frustration there from Jared Bowen. A few changes going to be brought on. So Ward-Prowse and Paqueta over it. Ward-Prowse right footer takes it, but it's not one of his spectacular efforts on the Englishman. He's hammered that out of play. West Ham United 0. What's about it? It's the ball, it's the Ginter. It's a high up. And Zuma wins the header. Across like a bumping header. 20 to go. So it is a change with Eggleston coming off. And so does Griffo. Sorry, Hola is coming off. So Hola's off. Onto the field is Gregorich. Griffo is off. And onto the field is Westhapt. So Westhapt on and Gregorich on. Two changes from Freiburg. Here is Creswell playing the ball with Ward-Prowse. Nice turn from Alvarez. Alvarez puts in his right. The ball in the middle towards Paqueta. Bowen now on that far side. So heavy challenging from Guild. Finds Kudos. Kudos is operating more now from a free roll. It's hard for Freiburg to pick him up as Bowen goes into the middle, but that's dealt with by Gregorich really well. A bit of time now for Socek. Gives it to Bowen. Onto his right foot, Bowen. It's blocked. 0-0. Comes back out and Freiburg have it now. Through the substitute, Gogic has been brought all down. Referee says play on. Here's Doan. Very well now here from Doan. Pushed away on the floor by Ward-Prowse. Here is Kurt Zuma to win it. The field does Paqueta. It's a good ball looking towards Kudos, but it's comfortable in the hands to Utabulo. Hold up. Godic. The whole left side of that midfield has been changed with Westhapt coming onto the field and Gregorich placing it. Hold up. She's the ball to Sidili. Sidili's on a yellow card tonight. Doan. The longer this game goes on, the more you feel both are happy with 0-0, and that would suit West Ham more than the home side. Freiburg have West Ham here where they want them. They have all the possession tonight. Here's West Ham. 25 yards away from the penalty area. It's a right-sided ball. It's floated in, but straight in the hands of Fabianski. The header that is met in the end by the substitute who's just come on. His tall fellow, the Austrian Gregorich. It's comfortable into Fabianski's hands. Alvarez pulling that ball right-footed. Paqueta checking it down towards Bowen. Jared Bowen, he's hacked down. Referee says play on, and Bowen's steaming. Not happy at all. Jared Bowen. Doan's there to play it back towards Utabulo. Utabulo hammering that down up the field. Flipped on now by Gregor Steed. He's got up front, hasn't he? And Sola's gone into Holler's role. So Westap's off the left. Looks like Salah's gone onto the middle, and up top for Freiburg is Gregorich, and he's the one who Utabulo is aiming for now from these kind of goal kick and long kicks up the field. His Guild spreading that ball to the left side. It's got out of play. No, so far to take this from that far side. It's throw-in. By Socek. Here's Zuma. To Panos. Uses his left foot. Goes in full back heel by it's Paqueta. Meet it. And there's Zuma. It's another left footed ball. It's a good header out. In the end, it's comfortable for Utabulo. Utabulo. Goalkeeper. Puts this into towards Guild. Right left side blocked by Mohamed Kudos. Well, now West Ham United 0. For Gunter to take these throw in. It's got out of play by Freiburg. So CFL will take this throw in. Goes now back in towards Ward-Prowse. Comfortable in the end. The effort to Ortabulo. It's 2-2 between Benfica and Rangers. As Freiburg burst themselves into the penalty area. It's a heavy touch by the substitute, laying it off to Salah, and Salah's first touch wasn't great. Let's go on and play on the corner. Here it is, Marapanos now for West Ham. Shepherd on to the right, looking towards Mohamed Kudus. Kudus onto Marapanos. Marapanos now at the break. And we'll have full order is Fabianski. Uses his left foot fired up forwards. Here's Ward-Prowse. Nice work now for Doa. Giving this to the left for Freiburg. We're in a position now to really pressure on West Ham as the ball goes into the area. West Ham are there to meet it. Here's Kudus now. That threat hasn't gone away from the break though for West Ham. They've been able to answer every time they have gone forward. So far now to Alvarez. Alvarez on to Mohamed Kudus. He puts the ball over. He looks for Cresswell. Three-way in the middle. Cresswell looking towards Bowen. Nearly got a touch. Jared Bowen. Oh, so close. The pace of the ball. Cresswell. Excellent delivery from that left side. But Gilt just put pressure on Bowen. So Bowen just couldn't get there. It's a clever. Wasn't a penalty. Wasn't too much of an obvious shove in the back, but just enough from the defender to make it difficult for Bowen to put that goalwards. And we await the breakthrough tonight as we head into the final 10 minutes of this game. 12 minutes of normal time. I think we'll have a fair few added time due to the injury that we had for Emerson. So we're going to take this throw in. Go back to Guild. Go back to Ortabulo. Just put it down that right. And to Sardilli. Sardilli's clearance actually blocked by Socek. Forced to do it. Comes up against Cresswell. Cresswell loses out against Egerton. It's going to be a throw into Freiburg. Look like it did come off a Freiburg player. I don't know, West Ham. Understand the frustration from David Moyes' players. For a throw to be taken, we're still waiting here at the moment. It's fired up the field by Freiburg, and Zuma on the floor at the moment. He's picked himself up. He was scared because he just put his left arm up in the air, so you always fear something when you see something like that. Pushed him into Kudus. Kudus into Paqueta. Here's Alvarez. Middle to was Kudos. Kojak. Paqueta to Creswell. So over the halfway line. Able to go back to Zuma. Able to feed the ball to Alvarez. He's keeping it away. That's poor from the West Ham player Alvarez. A lot of pressure. Let's put the ascendancy now into Freiburg. Here's West Ham. West Ham about to be punished by that lack of concentration. Isala, low ball, goal! Oh, the Mexican gave the ball away, and then they were punished. And finally, in the 80th minute, West Ham's resilience is breached. The man that's come off the bench, Gregoric, made that change from Salah. It was Salah who drilled it across. And WhatsApp is there to give it to Gregoric. And Gregoric was able to tap home. Oh, it was poor from Alvarez. Alvarez gave the ball away. He gave the ball into the middle. Salah gave it towards WhatsApp. WhatsApp pulled it back. Gave it to Salah, who drove into the penalty box. He's onside. Mario Palos play him on. And then just to tap home, where's Gregoric? And Freiburg will have a goal. And then leave to hang on to take to the London Stadium. Got less than 10 minutes. But they deserve that. They've been the better side throughout the game. West Ham have been threatening on the break. Have had some good openings. But Freiburg have been knocking on the door. And they've got their answer. And they have their need. Freiburg 1, West Ham United 0. Cameron Phillips is being ready to come on for West Ham. There's a few changes coming on now for the home team. Musiala's coming on, the Bayern Munich one, of course. The Freiburg, the confirmation of these couple of changes that have been made. It's Musiala. He's from Kosovo. He's come Warpass is off the field. Into the field comes Phillips for West Ham. That's the Hammers move. Just get some confirmation of the Sardilli's off. And onto the field Kubla for Freiburg. There's the German, and onto the field is the Kosovo international in Musiala. Let's keep it number 17. So the changes ringed in soon as those goals went in by the Freiburg player. To Bullock. To the centre back. Yeah, but it's also bit. All this does cost the English coefficient in terms of finishing in 5th place at the moment. It's not always guaranteed. Not been the best night for English sides. Liverpool, Manchester City have got victories this week. West Ham are trailing. And they're defending here. Could be a second. A left-footed effort by Egger State side. This goes over the bar. Left-footed over. It stays 1-0. 5 goals in his last 7 matches. Kostic. He looked a threat as soon as he come onto the field, I have to say. Linking up play, being a vocal point for the home team. Somebody might have lacked in that, in terms of having so much possession. Unable to be clinical with it. Here's Salah. Benfica 2, Rangers 2, Goldstein own goal. We're into the final 5 here. West Ham do from this set piece they have. It's going to be taken by Bowen. Walker has gone out of the field. Souček tries to flick it on. Zuma's there. Down to the ground. He's nearly able to hook it. Goal was Alvarez. Feeling really down about proceedings there. To the middle. Oh, nice ball. Looking towards Bowen. Paqueta's kind of helpful finger on. Over 1. West Ham United 0. Zuma's just holding his left knee. He's up and about. Into the final 5 minutes. West Ham have the ball. Zuma's up. Baku's out. Zofa onto the left. Gives to Alvarez. Alvarez does find Paqueta. Nice little back heel by Paqueta. Still on the ball. Referee says Paqueta can't moan too much. He's on a yellow card. He's got to be careful. Souček reminds him that he is on a yellow. Just waiting to get this game going. There's a player on the field, on the pitch, sorry, on the field, yeah, on the pitch, getting treatment for Freiburg. To the final moments. Milan have scored a 4th on the night. It's AC Milan 4. So another player comes onto the field for Freiburg. Roll is the latest player to come on, and that's it. Salah's evening. He's had a fantastic night. And a good assist. Question is, was he going for goal? Was he looking to tee up the goal scorer in Gregoric? We'll never know. I'm sure the reporter will ask him after the game. But they don't care, because as it stands, they're heading to the English capital with a lead to hold in this Europa League game, in the Europa League tie, last 16 tie. Kudus picks it up centre of his own half, approaching the centre circle. Just to Creswell. How many minutes will be added on? That will be on the minds for David Moyes. More pressure will be passed on to David Moyes, you'd imagine. Zuma. Appeal towards Fabianski. Just kicking the ball away, Mavropanos, and his individual mistakes cost West Ham 1 goal coming from it. Alvarez, no pressure, the ball keeping it away. It's better now with Freiburg, who will take their time with the ball. We're on the right side is West Ham. Move from that left side position to the right. Since Mujali's come on. Hoffler, never present in the heart of that midfield for Freiburg. Well, Europe's been a real adventure and a journey for West Ham. It'll be a big night next week if they can't find an equal. I mean, it's a big night either way at the moment, unless West Ham are able to put up a couple of goals in the last fair few minutes of this game. It's going to be a huge night at London Stadium for them. Here is Jared Bowen looking out towards Paqueta. It's intercepted to Ginter. It's launched back. Field it goes by Fabianski. So far. To that right side, two-sided it. Bowen. Looking forward to Kudos. Kudos back to Creswell. Doesn't go too far. So the way back to the goalkeeper. So how many minutes added on? It'll be 4 minutes for West Ham to try and get a leveller. To Calvin Phillips. Best time in the West Ham shirt, sent off his first away start. West Ham gave the ball away in his first start. Had many good moments. He's on loan, of course, from Manchester City. Here's Phillips down to Ward-Prowse. Sorry, to Mohamed Kudus rather. He replaced Ward-Prowse. Calvin Phillips. 1 minute has been played. Before it's added on, and Mikel Antonio is going to come on for Paqueta. So AC Milan 4, Slavia Prague 2, Benfica 2, Rangers 2, Freiburg 1, West Ham 0 here, Marseille 4, Villarreal 0. These games are approaching their conclusions, just like this one. Needs to do some defending. It's broken through now to Offler, going down the left side. Goes for Mujala. He's going to throw in to his team because Mario Panos had to follow that run and cut it out. That's what the Greek defender did. So far, good work from him. And so far was right, but you don't want the ball there. He wants it at the other end. Still kept at the Republic National, looking towards Antonio. Here's Bowen, Kudos. Can they spring a late equaliser here? West Ham, late drama in Germany. It's been, of course, it's the third game these two have played this season, and West Ham are winners. They have a corner. Kubler has had to head that back from a Sojak ball. When you've got players like Sojak and Marapanos in the penalty area, going to be in the position to cause a threat. Creswell is the player that is over the ball for West Ham. What is he going to do from here? Every single West Ham player, other than the goalkeeper, is in this penalty area. It's a really congested penalty. It goes higher to the far post. One by a West Ham player, but the second header is one by a Freiburg one. It's popped back out to Sofa. Uses his right foot to scoop this in. Kudos sprints this down. First touch is excellent from the Ghanaian inside the penalty area. Puts the left foot towards it. Marapanos goes towards goal, and he's missed their header again, and that just might be it for West Ham tonight. The header goes wide, out of play. Freiburg 0, Pro 1, West Ham United 0. Is that going to be the full-time score? 30 seconds of the 4 that have been added on, minimum, of course, 4 minutes. And Otabolo will take his time to take this goal kick. Right-footed up the field it goes. Looks towards the right-hand side, looking towards the goal scorer, Ngardasic. West Ham haven't really thrown a lot at Freiburg since they took the lead. Here's Antonio. He spreads a gorgeous through ball onto that right side to Bowen. Bowen into the penalty area. This might be the game. Bowen left-footed block. Doesn't fall to Antonio. Oh, we just were in front of him, but he couldn't go goalwards. Still on that right side though for Soufal. It will be a throw-in. West Ham throwing everything at this now. They've only got seconds left. We're over the 4 minimum. So at any moment the referee will decide to blow the whistle. Goes now to Sofa, flicked on by Alvarez, looking maybe for a possible handball. Calvin Phillips blocked. Oh, he needed that, didn't he? That fell to Phillips. It could have been the moment to relight this. His hands, a couple of hand shouts in the penalty area, and it's over the bar by Marapanos. But they're going to look about handball here. You have to say it's going to be late drama because it hit 2 players, the ball, in some interesting positions. I do wonder if VAR will have a look. And Europe's view on handball is very strict. They don't care if it's by accident. It's flicked onto towards someone's hand. That's the first one. That's WhatsApp. That's definitely hit his hand. And then I think there's a second one as well, where Panos, and he's just hammered it over. So there is a potential penalty check late on here in the 95th minute in this game. A game that West Ham have completely been outplayed on. But they may have a late pen. Well, this is the game, isn't it? I spoke about how West Ham have played Freiburg a couple of times already in this game. Sorry, in this Europa League campaign. Are they about to get a lifeline later on? I know Alvarez is hoping for, because he gave the ball away that led to the goal. But the substitute in the German they're looking at with Wyatt, Verstappen kicked his ball into his own hand. And honestly, European competitions are very strict compared to domestic competitions. So let's see what the referee decides. They're still waiting here. We've played well over the 4 that's supposed to be added on. We're now into the 97th minute of added time. There's now a wait around the stadium for the finale. Are we going to see a late penalty? Are we going to see a win here? So Verstappen just looks on the young man with bated breath. The whole stadium has, and so do the West Ham supporters who are at the stadium, who are listening now tonight, and who are watching on and listening to Flash Score. David Moyes, well, he's got a face like thunder, but he knows that if his team are able to get a penalty, they would get out of jail, and they'll take this into the London Stadium for 1-1. Antonio's got the ball at the moment. I don't know if it's going to be him to take it. Ginter and Gunter. The wait goes on for this potential VAR check. So Bulo's obviously still waiting. He might have to make a big save. It's a pivotal. Oh, of course it's pivotal. It's a massive moment in this Europa League tie between Freiburg and West Ham. They lead through that Goric goal in the 81st minute. And the referee's been told to go and have a look at the monitor. When the referee gets told to have a look at the monitor, I think we know what's about to follow. So it's a potential now penalty review. 98th minute we're in. So we've played 4 now more than the couple that was supposed to be added on. This will be the last piece of action for sure. This penalty. Freiburg 1, West Ham 0. Late drama in the final 10 minutes. This game looked like it was destined to be 0-0 before Korovic tapped home inside the last 10 minutes. But in the final minute of the 4 added on, West Ham about to get a penalty. Referee's having a look, a detailed look. Just hit his hand. I think his hand's in an unnatural position. See, but the question is, was that ball by Souček going into a dangerous area? It's clear as day, hit his hand. And was there an accident also? Was it kicked on to Souček? That's probably what they're looking at as well. It wasn't like he picked it on. Referee has looked away from the monitor. He's made a decision. And he's given no penalty. No penalty has been given. And West Ham have been stung at the end. Verstappen's a lucky boy, and Freiburg might have just won the game. We have got into the 100th minute, and David Moyes' side, well, usually when they go to the monitor you see that, but I think the decision wasn't made. They were zooming in on that moment where Verstappen had cleared the ball onto Souček, because it's a one natural movement. I think the referee decided that would be harsh, and that's game over. Right at the end, West Ham are defeated. Freiburg take a slender advantage to the London Stadium, and they have their substitute. 5 goals and 7 now for Gregorcic. He tapped home from a Salah ball after Alvarez had given the ball away. Late drama. It felt like Verstappen to give it away a late penalty, but the referee is saying that it was high, but He's actually talking to Kurt Zouma, the captain, but it hit Souček. He played the ball, and that's why he's not given a penalty. Key to hear that. You can all hear all the action, the reports on flash scores. They see the referee's report and the reasoning for not giving that late penalty to West Ham. So West Ham lose this game. They lose the first leg. It's another defeat for English sides who are keeping their eye on the coefficient for next season's Champions League and Europa League places. It's a victory for Freiburg here. They finally get one over West Ham in the third game they've played in this Europa League campaign. But all eyes will now turn to London Stadium next Thursday, and it's looking like a tasty tie because Freiburg have a standard advantage to take to the capital in England. It finished here, Freiburg 1, West Ham United 0.